Hello, this is Jake and welcome back to my automotive channel. Today we're going to take a look at my 1967 Fiat 500f. It's just over there. We're going to have a walk around it, show you all the stuff that's done and one or two little things that I got to finish just to finish the car off completely. And then we're going to take it for a drive down the road. So yeah, let's take a look. So here it is. So this one I bought beginning of the year. Come from Bristol, well, just outside Bristol, and it had welding done, but it needed body work, new paint job. Interior was okay, but I wanted to kind of make it my own, put my own interior on it, bit like I did with my last one. And yeah, here it is then. So it's come back from the paint shop. We've had it a few weeks now, and I've just been finishing it off. New lights, new chrome, new badges. It had a brand new boot. This is actually a brand new door as well, because the original door was just, the rust was way too much. New wheels, like I said, 4 new interior on this one. Rear lights, new number plate, new boot lid. This was brand new because the bracket had rusted away at the bottom. New badges, and you can see the interior here. New mats, new carpets, everything. The interior is completely brand new. New parcel shelf, which I do like that. Got a Fiat 500 on it. There you go. He's a little bit wet this morning. We had a storm last night. We've had, well, you can probably tell from the car park, we've had a lot of rain. I wanted to do this video in the field over there, but it's just too wet at the moment. Also, I parked under the trees. It's getting covered in little bits of tree, like leaves and that. Brand new roof as well. New washers. I didn't put 2 mirrors on this. I put 1 mirror just to. I think it looks better with the 1 mirror. I've also just fitted the new rear view mirror in this morning, which is nice. But yeah, we've got the new head on it. I had to put a new head on the engine because it took the spark plug out with the threads, so we had to put a new head on it. Few other little bits. I've done a service, obviously. New we done an oil change, new spark plugs, new belt, all that stuff, pretty much what you do. And yeah, it's gone really well. I do love my Fiat 500s. This is a 67, like I said. It's a 67F. Now, my original one was a Al. My last one, which is a 1970 Al, which was Yugo. This has 69,000 miles on the clock, which is really nice, kilometers. Don't know if that's 100% legit, but what we do know about this car is it was purchased in Turin. However, the car was shipped to the US. So the first registration documents of this car was in the USA. Which is really nice because I've always wanted to buy an American car, and I bought an American car that somehow ended up in France and then back in the UK. We don't know how that happened, but I bought an American car that's originally from Italy, and it just happens to be my favorite car. So I do finally have an American car, really. You can look at it that way. But yeah, we don't know. There's not much paperwork saying what happened with this car, but the first registration was in the US. We're just trying to sort the paperwork out now for that. But anyway, going back to the actual parts I've done to the car. The grille's original, but I've done a full restoration on this car. So new screws all over. You don't use the old screws, all new screws. Same for the interior parts and that, use new screws. The only things I kept original with the interior was the clock and steering wheel, because I wanted that original. You don't change that up. And I didn't even refurbish it. I just gave it a good clean. The ashtray I did change. It was beyond repair. Pedals, I just put new covers on the pedals. New door trims, seals around the door. There you go. And I've also put seat belts in this one, red seat belts. It did have seat belts in there, but they wouldn't do much good in a crash. They were really frayed and yeah, worn. door handles are original, they just need tidying up, cleaning up, and like little things I said I got to do. I still got to put the door handle on that side, this one here. That's my job for later on today. I'm just waiting for some screws. Like I said, I've tried to use all new screws on this car, especially the screws that are exposed, that you can see when you look around the car. But anyway, what I'm going to do is set the camera up, and we're going to take this car for a spin. Not literally, but yeah, we'll take it for a drive up the road. And yeah, I'll chat on the way. I don't know how noisy it's going to be for you all, but yeah, let's go for a drive. Okay, let's get in the car. So just making sure everything's recording, because I don't want to be doing all this and then it's not recorded any of it. So I'll just get comfy. Fiat 500 seats, they're not too bad, to be honest. They can be uncomfy sometimes, but anyway, let's get going. So got the pull handles down here, one for the choke and then one to start it, handbrake, key on the dash here and the switches. So let's go. Put it first, non-synco gearbox, which is really nice, original. I don't know how much the camera will shake, but I apologise for that. This is the first time I'm using this pod on the car anyway, so I usually just use that one for sat nav in the Rover. But anyway, let's get going. This is steady. It's a bit bumpy on the way over here, so I'm going to try and avoid the potholes. Make sure nothing's coming. Let's put it straight in second. Great thing with a classic Fiat 500 is you can pretty much drive in second gear all over the place, but you got to remember with non-synco gearboxes, when you obviously you can't just ram it in first whenever you want. There's the first speed bump. We got 3 of them to get over, so I do apologise again. I might close the sunroof just for sound quality. There we go, just clips in like that, done. I will get some looks because I've not actually driven this car too far since we got the new head on it. Only Ross, which is about 5 miles from where we live. So we did take it the other day, it was nice. It was nice to finally take it for a drive after all the work we've had to do to the car. It's always nice to take on that first proper drive after a full restoration. So here we go. Let me put my window up a bit. Now, if you've never been in a classic 500, they can get very loud. Also, one thing to note with nearly any classic car is you've got to be careful of other people on the road, because they see a classic car come in, especially people pulling out. They see a classic car come in and they're like, I don't want to be stuck behind that. I can't be doing that today. So they pull out in front of you. And I can tell you now from experience, all my classic Fiat 500s have had terrible brakes. So it is something I got to watch out for. As we go down into Whitchurch, and it's quite quiet. The road I'm going to take is quiet anyway. It's not too fumey. Okay, there's a car reversing back off the A40. Just had a thumbs up off someone I don't even know. That's the kind of thing that happens in a classic Fiat 500. But yeah, if you follow my channel, you know that my daily at the moment is a 2023 MG4 Trophy. And yes, that is an EV. And it's the comfiest car I've ever driven. It's It's actually really comfy. It's great for road trips, but you can't beat a classic Fiat 500. I'd buy 10 of these before I buy another EV. I've had my EV experience, don't like it. It's okay, it's comfy, but I prefer my classics, and I think that's the same with any true motorhead person. Okay, I gotta stop here because there's a car coming towards me and I do not have the best brakes. Did they actually just aim for me? Okay. But yeah, the car runs absolutely fantastic. Thank my dad and my brother for helping with the car as well. They had to do the head. There's only so much I can do because of my health, so I do have to be careful when it comes to what I can actually work on. But I'm good with interiors, as you can probably tell. This interior is what I really focused on with the old car. It was something I wanted to achieve with this one. After the interior on Yugo, my last 500, it pretty much sold the car. And now the car's up in, I think it's Scotland. I'm not 100% sure where the car went, but the guy who bought it was really happy and he loved the interior. Just take it steady here. This is a bad junction actually, and there's a nice big Volvo lorry coming towards me, so we'll just let them pass. Should be good to go. There we go. There we go. Nice and steady with a gearbox that. But you can't beat, if you've never driven a classic 500, just find one. If you don't even have to buy one, just if you can rent one, because they are excellent to drive. They really are. Not the fastest in the world, but you don't drive something like this fast. This is a car that you drive to enjoy. Top speed is around, this has the 499cc engine as well, which I didn't mention earlier, and it's pretty much all you need. The top speed is around 50, 55 I think, but you don't really reach it and you don't need to. I don't ever take them on motorways because look at that, one mistake and yeah, it's not worth the risk. The handling is not the best either, but it really is a driver's car. You won't know what I mean until you drive one. They are just fantastic to drive. This being my 5th one now, and my 3rd one that's been on the road and drivable, they are a lot of fun. I would have liked to complete my last one, which was the one I had it all welded up and everything, but circumstances changed, unfortunately. There we go. Nice and steady. There we go. Just take, oh, pigeons. Gotta be careful of the backdraft on the pigeons when they take off. But yeah, here it is running. This is my first, believe it or not, this is my first full restoration on a car, and I can't believe it. You know, I'm driving it. A couple of months ago when I picked this car up, we broke down in Chepstow, it blew the spark plug out, and we thought, what have we bought? We drove all the way from Wales to Bristol and then around over the Severn Bridge, the old Severn Bridge, and then we pulled over in Chepstow and just gave the car a rest, started driving again, and that's when it blew the spark plug out. And I thought, oh no, here we go. But I'm driving it now, it's complete. There's one or two little things I got to finish, but the car is nearly complete, and I love it. I really love it. It's a shame I'm not keeping it. Some of you guys who's watching probably know that this car I'm not keeping because me and Anna, we want to try something, get something, for the collection that will be actually very good for future videos. So we're not keeping it, but if that was in a situation, then yeah, I would definitely be keeping this one. But even the horn, perfect. I love it. It's, yeah, this car has been a headache. Like I said, full restoration and everything. The first restoration I've done on a car, full restoration, but it's done it. We've done it, and a lot of people have helped. I've not done it on my own, but some things you can't just do on your own. Get it in reverse, because I don't want to go any further at that road, because that is not the nicest road in the world. But yeah, oh, there's a car coming in. It's an Audi. Right, go on, I'll let you go, there we go. All right. I love that horn. Oh, it's not working now. There you go. Wow. I hope you like this video. I'm gonna pull over and just finish the video here. But that is a drive in my 1967 Fiat 500f, and I love it. I absolutely love this car. Let's just turn him off for a second. I will come around and get camera. I'm all new to this camera, so it's not the best, but there you go, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I gotta do another video on this car soon, so don't worry. But yeah, it's it really is a fantastic car. So I will see you again soon with more videos, but until then, bye for now, and yeah, I'll see you soon.